What y'all doing? I'm planning makeup. I have a bunch of stuff I need to film today, so we're just gonna do eyes. But we're gonna do simple eyes. I wanna use this palette again. I love this palette. And a lot of you are wondering where you can find it. It's going to be at Walmart. I wanna use this color. I wanna look at these nice transitions here. Even this yellow, I have an idea. But I wanna keep it pretty neutral. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty too. What a pretty satin. I love this palette. I don't know if y'all remember, but the Snoopy one last year for Christmas was amazing too. But I love Sesame Street, so this one I love. We're gonna use this as a base. Now, listen, we're not switching from the tacky base. What that tacky base does is because it's tacky, it really shows the color very true and it makes things really easy to blend and layer, but we're not gonna do as much layering. And also makeup's just fun to kind of test out and try different techniques with. So am I switching? Absolutely not. I kind of just want to see what's going on here. So we're just going to add this on our lid. We're just having some fun. But I normally don't recommend these because they do set very quickly, which is really why they're great on their own. But as an eyeshadow base, you don't always get the same finish that you're looking for. Notice that I'm going to tap this to smooth it out. This helps make sure it's not going to dry too quickly, and it makes sure it's really nice and even across the lid. And we're using the In a Rush brush. So let's start with this shade. We're just going to use the In a Rush brush. I'm technically in a rush, don't tell anybody. And I'm just going to smooth this out and create a little bit more of a transition. That shade's going to be just a little bit lighter and a little bit warmer. It's pretty. Still going to use our tapping motions because this liquid shadow that we have on here probably isn't fully set, but we're using that to our advantage. I was actually going to hop off and film how I cover up my extraction. It's a scab now, but you can see it's still pretty red. I thought that would be a good video. Let's just keep pressing that on. It's nice and smooth. By the way, this is a face and eye palette, and you know what? I like that Wet n Wild does that. Sometimes brands will just put out a palette and they won't even tell you if it's eye safe or lip safe, but on the back it actually tells you. I know that you're thinking, oh well, I would want to use them as eyeshadow. You can, but this is a disclaimer, and I really like that they have done that, because a lot of times brands just put out these pigments. Say this one right here that has a lot of red in it, and it's a specific red. I won't go into detail, but sometimes it can cause staining and even irritation around the eye, and I like that they at least warn us about that. So it does tell you on the back which ones you can use where, which ones are eye safe. So it's a little, I know you might think of it as limiting, but even this color as a blush or a bronzer transition would be beautiful. So don't look at it as a limit, just look at it as another avenue. Now we're gonna grab this shade, but we're gonna grab it on the tip of the brush. And even though it's a fluffy brush, I'm not gonna get a ton of definition, but I'm still able to get enough just to add a little bit in here. Again, I picked up that shadow on the tip of the brush. That way we could just tilt our head back and just kind of push it in there. And that brush will do all the blending for us. Let's go ahead and put it on. Maybe we'll use the darker shade. Yeah, we'll use this one. So we're not there yet. Let's do this side. This shade, still this shade, tip of the brush. Tilt your head back and just push it in there. Jean is doing some serious sleeping today. Actually, what I think we'll do is the same color. We'll just push it over this way just to start that transition in a second. Now we're going to take this darker shade, grab that on the tip of the brush. I'm going to tilt my head back and I'm just going to push this on the very outer part of the eye. I'm going to hold it further back just so I have an even lighter touch and just transition. Push it over that way. These are so pigmented. That was the tiniest amount. I haven't even had to pick it back up. And that was just one tap in. And look how beautifully it blended. That much pigment is exactly why I'm always telling you to just be very mindful of how much you're picking up on your brush. If we had went in here and swirled around, we would have put that on our eye. And where would that have gone? We would have just kept blending and blending and blending, and it would have blended away. It would have patched up. We wouldn't have this pretty definition. It's so important to realize how much you're picking up. And if you're using a palette for the first time, please just go in with one tap at a time. Now, you might need more. All formulas are different, but we have a one tap rule here. It's the one tap rule. Tap in once and then see where it goes. It's easier to build than it is to take away. So I could switch brushes and get a lot more pigment out of this. Also, remember, we don't have a tacky base, so it's not going to be extreme. It's just going to be very natural, almost just a whisper. I don't know, that's pretty it's pretty shiny. Wow, it's really smooth and pretty though. Pretty. Let's grab our Stila Brown liner. We're going to smudge this out, but we need a little bit of depth at the lash line. Okay, notice how I'm not being precise. It doesn't matter. Where it really matters is under here. Now we are going to need an E27. See, that's absolutely feral. Doesn't matter because we just need that bottom part. You know what we really need? An E27. Okay, back into that very dark brown. Just tap that on top to smudge. Gee. Still grabbing more. And I'm grabbing it on the side of the E27. That way we can really just push it in there. And then we'll just tap it here. Grab a little bit more. That's Benny whistling. The trick to this easy smoky liner is just always keeping the very bottom of that wing extremely dark. And then it always has that really nice dimension. You'll see once we clean it up, and I'll clean it up for you. But I'm still over here smoking this one out now. And now I'm going to switch to the other side of the brush. That way see that shorter side, we want that pointing towards the temple. And then it just kind of does the work for you. Stamp over it. And then I'll switch back because I'm going more towards the inner part. Then we grab the liner again. Make sure this is nice and sharp under here. Now we're just going to take micellar water on our C30. Woo, look at that go. And then you can really see that definition and how it's very gradient. Darkest to light. And that's what gives that really fun smoky effect. And you'll notice that we didn't have to use a ton of products and how easy that was. Fun. I think I'll still take my powder foundation, the Makeup Forever one that I use every single day for a million different reasons. I'm going to put that on my brow bone and just smooth out this top part. Picking up some more of it, focus most of it on the highest point, and then from there I'm going to smooth it over this way and I'm going to smooth it over that way. Really quickly before we move on, a lot of you have purchased these on my recommendation and y'all are absolutely loving them. I want to mention that because I have access to so many different things and I am so particular what I continue to show you. I promise with everything inside of me, you can trust all of my recommendations. One stipulation is I know that we're all different. We're all not going to love the same thing, but I try my best to break it down and explain these things so you can enjoy them. But of course, skin type, climate, it has everything to do with that. It has everything to do with if we're going to like something or not. And I even try my best to explain that. I've been doing this a long time now, y'all, a very long time. And what I've just tried my best is to always stay educational and helpful. So I promise you can trust me. Now I might have to run downstairs to get my lashes. I don't know where they are. They've RUNNOFT. No, I got them. Okay, I got them. I'm just gonna throw on some mascara really quickly, just to make sure that my lashes are nice and dark. These are my favorite lashes. These are Moonlight. I can't decide if Moonlight or Full Moon are my faves. These are the lighter version. I know they might look super fluffy to you. We're all on a different makeup journey, but to me, this is my natural floof. Y'all know I love my floofers, but they're the more natural out of the two that I mentioned. So it's Full Moon, and those are the fluffier ones. Well, actually, those are the little bit fuller, more cat eye. And then these are the little bit lighter version. These are still a cat eye, and cat eye means that they're flared on the end. And I like, why am I like this? But I really love a cat eye style. This was one of my favorite waterline colors, and it was discontinued. It's from ColourPop, and now it's back, and it's only $7. And I think that you all will really, really enjoy this. These are super creamy, and there's a bunch of different colors. I do have a code. I'm battling this. I make money off of that code. I make a small commission. That code is going to be Rose if you'd like to use it. But it's so nice. Isn't that fun? And there's a lot of different colors, and I'm so glad that they are keeping these. Yay! And I've talked about this, but I'm going to talk about it again. One of my favorite things to do is we're going to take that dark brown shadow, and we're just going to lift our eyes open really big, and I'm just going to stamp this here. Now what I'm doing is I'm kind of continuing this lash band. This lash band is very dark on its own, and most lash bands are dark. And I don't have very full lashes through here, no matter how much mascara I put there. So what I like to do is kind of extend that lash band. And all I'm doing is just pressing a little bit of brown shadow there, and it just helps that look like it's continuing. Because even if it's not lifting and we don't add a little something there, it can look like it's lifting. So it's just creating that illusion. And it's even gonna make your eyes look bigger and brighter. Not like that, but you get the idea. All right, now I have to go film a few things, and I have to go upload those videos. Y'all are so upset with me. I'm so sorry. It's been wild, okay? It's been good, but it's been wild. But I'm gonna take the time. I'm gonna stop squeaking here, and I'm gonna go upload those to YouTube right now. I have so many that I need to upload. So if you're thinking that this tutorial is short, you're about to have a bunch of videos on YouTube, so you can have some fun stuff to watch. Remember, it's just really good that they're there. They're not monetized because they're not monetized here. So make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube. And I won't let this happen again. This was never the intention. We just did not expect to be back to back to back. And I wasn't even here. We were traveling. And then we had to be in meetings. Excuses, excuses. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to go film with this. If I can get it open. Oh, okay. I'm excited. I'm excited to do this video. Okay, I love y'all. No idea what I'm posting tonight, but I'll see you in the comments. I wasn't gonna hop back on here, but I think that yesterday and today, this is the best my base has ever looked, and I use this for the second time. It looks so good to me, and I have on highlighter, and you're not seeing that texture there. And the highlighter's all from here. Everything's from here aside from the blush. The blush is a secret, I'm sorry, but I got a secret. Can you keep it? I'm just gonna start singing the Pretty Little Liars intro. By the way, the lip is MAC Cork Lip Liner. I don't know where that went, but that's the lip liner. And then the gloss is this one again. This is my new favorite nude gloss. It's from Give. It's called Sweet Tooth. Love, 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 love. Again, in case y'all ask, in case you missed it, the blush is something that isn't released and I can't talk about it. But everything else I mentioned. And honestly, the fact that I don't have to tag 1 million face products, that's pretty wild. I'm in love with this, and I'm going to buy another one in the sale because I feel like I'm going to go through it so quickly. You probably won't go through it as quickly as I do because I'm about to wash this off and have to film something else. Makeup is what I do, and it's something I have to do many times a day. But this, I don't have this on right now. I'm just saying that's why I'm going to buy another one. This was sent to me by the brand, but I'm going to buy another one. Love. I think I have a backup of these, so I'm not going to need to buy that. But if you missed yesterday's reel, go check that out. I just got so excited that I wanted to show y'all because 2 days in a row, and I'm just in love. absolutely in love. And I was able to wear it long enough to know that it lasts as long as you set it. Please just make sure that you have your puff and you're really pressing powder into it to really lock it in place. That's really just the key with creams. I should probably do an in-depth on that, and I will. And I'll even show how much powder I'm picking up. So we'll film that. But in the meantime, I love this. It's spicy price. That's why I'm so excited that Sephora sale is starting the 17th. I don't know, just check my last reel. It's all there, but I got excited. Okay, love you.